afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Live at 4. Charlotte's in for Susan today. I'm driving home at lunch after the noon show, and there's sprinkles on my car.
Oh,
I use the windshield wipers.
That? Congratulations.
It is.
I know.
What is that?
It is. We need this drink so badly.
Yeah, some people got some rain this noon east of here, but yeah, it's getting dry out.
Yeah, it's not equal opportunity by any means at this point.
We'll get to the weather in just a bit, but first, a new study finds that pay for state employees is falling behind. Reporter Will Keneally tells us what this means for workers.
More Republican candidates are jumping into the race for the White House. I'm Nicole D'Antonio with details on the impact of the new names entering the contest.
And a stray bullet strikes someone's bed while they're lying in it. We'll tell you all those details.
Let's take a look outside. Kind of another hazy day with that smoke. But refreshing temperatures coming our way. Greg is in the backyard with letting us know how cool it's going to get.
Yeah, actually, it is going to get back to where we should be this time of year, probably the upper 70s, near 80. But overall, we're still dealing with the smoke that is out there right now. We've got the air quality advisories till 6 p.m. We have seen some improvement. We were down to 3 to 4 miles at some locations due to the smoke, but that since has improved. So I think we'll see that better condition. Overall, big picture satellite, you can see the cloud cover still over the area, beginning to push further south. But we are seeing some breaks in that. Further east, up in Quebec, you can kind of see where that smoke is. They've had several large fires ongoing right now, but the winds are going to turn slightly, which will help us with not seeing a lot of that smoke. Otherwise, showers and thunderstorms, most right now is in far southwest Wisconsin and in northeast Iowa. It's kind of where the front is kind of stalled out. That's where we're expecting to see more development of the precipitation. Overall, not much precipitation to be we got for the last probably 6 to 8 hours. Overall, maybe a quarter to a half in some locations. A lot of locations, nothing, and some others actually picked up quite a bit. So it's hit and miss here, unfortunately. Temperatures overall, mid-70s to low 80s in certain situations. You can kind of see where that front is with the winds. The winds have all turned around to the northeast, so definitely more cooler conditions today, more what we should be for the early part of June. So we plan out the evening into about midnight. We're just going to have the cloud cover stick around. I don't see much of a way of a shower, at least in the Madison area. Once again, far southwest Wisconsin. The winds will be light there. Overall, that's your low temperatures tonight. Later on the broadcast, I'll actually indicate how cold we might get come Thursday morning, as well as what the weekend looks like a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, we'll check back later. Thank you. A new report released today shows high levels of turnover among state agency employees.
Nearly 1 in 6 state employees left their jobs over the 2021-22 fiscal year. With more on why and what that means for a short-staffed state government is political reporter Will Keneally.
So that 16.4% turnover is the highest that we've seen in nearly 2 decades. But it's important to note that that includes the state agencies, not UW system employees. Now that leads to high vacancy rates. Close to 18% of all state agency positions were empty by the end of last June. The Wisconsin Policy Forum wrote that report, and the group's research director, Jason Stein, says that these agencies can do things like raise pay, but it's a little bit of a drawn-out process.
You know, if you're the Department of Corrections, you may have, again, you have a very strong funding stream that you can draw on in terms of taxes to increase wages. But to make that happen, you have to go to the legislature and work with them in many cases. And that's by design a time-consuming process.
Now, Stein says that that's different from the private sector because they can be a little bit more nimble to raise pay. And we'll have more at 6 on the prognosis of what this means for state agencies and how the government functions going forward.
All right, well, we'll see you at 6. Thank you. The Verona Area School District has settled a lawsuit that accused the district of paying male employees more for similar work than females. The lawsuit was filed in January of 2022 by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. It accused the district of violating the Equal Pay Act of 1963 by paying female staff less than their male counterparts for substantially similar work. Under the terms of the settlement, the affected employees will receive $450,000 total, as well as step placement adjustments. You'll hear more from the union, who's calling the settlement a victory, tonight at 5 and 6.
The Madison Police Department says a stray bullet came within inches of hitting a person who was in bed in their home this morning. Officers were called to the 2800 block of Dall Street on the city's east side around 11:45 today after getting reports of gunshots in the area. People in the neighborhood reported seeing someone in a vehicle shooting toward another vehicle. 3 homes in the area were hit by the gunfire, including 2 homes that had people inside.
The NTSB released its preliminary report this morning, recounting the moments before a truck driver hit and killed a Reedsburg middle schooler as she was trying to board a school bus last month. While much of the information included in the report rehashes details from the early stages of the investigation, NTSB officials confirm the truck driver who crashed into the girl was a 17-year-old. The driver has not been identified by either the NTSB or local law enforcement. Evelyn Gurney, a 13-year-old girl known by her loved ones as an avid hockey player, was killed in the crash the morning of May 12th. Well, the AmFab Championship returns this Friday for its 7th year at University Ridge Golf Course.
The professional tournament brings in tens of thousands of spectators every year. Kyle Pozorski joins us with how the grounds crews are preparing for their signature event.
Right now, the pros are getting in swings on the driving range, all in preparation for the big tournament come Friday. But before anyone can tee off, there's a lot of work on the course that needs to be done. Earlier today, I spoke with the lead groundskeeper at University Ridge, who tells me the dry spell we've been going through over the last couple of weeks has not had too big an effect on the grass. The conditions right now are everything the pros have come to expect.
Now we'll really start to back way off on our water. We try not to water at all if we can get away with it, but obviously when it's hot and dry like it has been, we have to put something down. So we're doing a lot of just touching certain areas that actually need water.
He said having the course be a little dry for a large event like this is actually preferable. That's because it's better to not have the thousands of people coming out, walking, or getting stuck in any mud. The forecast at this point seems to also be favorable, except for a few possible showers happening on Saturday. Opening ceremonies take place on Friday at 8:15, followed by the first tee time at 8:45.
And speaking of golf, after a year of contentious and legal back and forth, the PGA Tour is merging with the Saudi-backed Live Golf League. The merger shocked the golf world, players reacting on Twitter in disbelief to the news that the PGA Tour and Live Golf are coming together. PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan took a jab last year at the Saudi-backed Live Tour, rhetorically asking if players ever had to apologize for being a member of the PGA Tour. Today, though, he told CNBC he's excited for the new partnership.
It's less about how people respond today, and it's all about how people respond in 10 years.
Monahan will be CEO of the yet-to-be-named organization. Yasir Al-Rumayyan, the governor of Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, or PIF, will be chairman of the board of directors. The PIF has spent billions of dollars on sports around the world, drawing accusations of sports washing, an effort by the kingdom to divert from its record of human rights violations.
Well, the field of Republican candidates for president is about to get more crowded. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie has filed the paperwork for a run, and he's preparing to launch his bid this evening at a town hall in New Hampshire.
2 more candidates are expected to make their announcements tomorrow. Nicole D'Antonio has the latest from the White House.
As he enters the race for the GOP presidential nomination, Chris Christie is positioning himself as the Republican candidate willing to go after former President Donald Trump.
We can't be a party of vindictiveness and vendettas.
The former New Jersey governor and one-time Trump ally is focusing on New Hampshire voters as he makes a second run for the White House.
Maybe we do need new blood. Maybe we do need somebody like, Christie or DeSantis.
Christie's announcement comes a day before former Vice President Mike Pence kicks off his campaign in Iowa.
The answer, Iowa, is strong, conservative, Republican leadership.
North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum is also expected to join the GOP race Wednesday, adding to an already crowded field that also includes Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley, and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. The next challenge for the candidates will be meeting the requirements for the first Republican debate in August, including making a pledge to support the eventual nominee. Notably, Donald Trump, who's leading the GOP pack in the polls, hasn't said whether he would sign such a pledge. He has hinted he may skip the debate altogether. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, the White House.
And the former president remains popular among GOP voters even as he faces multiple criminal investigations.
On Monday, Trump's lawyers met with top Justice Department officials as a special counsel weighs whether to bring criminal charges against the former president in connection with classified records found at his Florida home.
An explosion at a dam is causing massive flooding in Russian-controlled territory in Ukraine. Police have begun to evacuate elderly people as thousands live in the water's path, including the key city of Kherson. The dam in Russian-controlled territory holds back a reservoir the size of the Great Salt Lake in Utah. It provides water for drinking and agriculture, as well as cooling reservoirs for a critical nuclear power plant downstream.
Our current assessment is that there is no immediate risk to the safety of the plant.
Some international law experts say it could be a war crime. Ukraine's president puts all the blame on Russia, that is. A Western official says a motive for the attack is still being determined, but that it could have been done to make it harder for Ukraine to cross the river during its counteroffensive, as well as to tie up resources dealing with the humanitarian crisis. Ukraine is in the opening phases of its long-planned counteroffensive to retake land that Russia has seized and is currently occupying.
The Susan G. Komen Foundation is hosting their annual fundraising event honoring breast cancer survivors in a fun-filled day for the entire family. The event will raise critical funds that support breast cancer patients, research, and patient navigation services to better serve those impacted by the disease. Participants can expect to enjoy a fun morning with a lot of activities, including food, music, local partners, photo opportunities, and a kids zone.
Just all these women getting together in their pink shirts, or maroon as I have for Thrivers, giving a big yay that we're here and we've made it, and it's really invigorating to see everybody here ready to walk and, you know, kick butt against cancer.
Grounds open on Willow Island at the Align Energy Center at 7:30 this Saturday morning.
Well, a pair of Madison chefs are now James Beard Award winners. Toru Nagano and Andrew Krager of Fairchild Restaurant are both winners of the Best Chef in the Midwest Award. The business partners behind the Monroe Street restaurant beat 4 other finalists to earn the honor. In an Instagram post, the duo said, quote, "To be recognized amongst a crowd of our industry peers and all of the deserving nominees is an honor we don't take for granted."
Congratulations.
Try getting reservations there now.
Right, exactly.
Good luck. Well, are you planning on traveling this summer? Get in line, literally.
CBS Senior Travel Advisor Peter Greenberg has the numbers and advice when Live at 4 continues.
Fry Construction is celebrating 28 years with a big, big, big anniversary sale. Join us to save 28%. That's right, 28%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Act now for 28% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your free consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Postmenopausal women with HR-positive, HER2-negative metastatic breast cancer are living longer with Kisqali. So long live family time, long live dreams, and long live you. Kisqali is a pill proven to help women live longer when taken with an aromatase inhibitor. And Kisqali helps preserve quality of life, so you're not just living, you're living well. Kisqali can cause lung problems or an abnormal heartbeat, which can lead to death. It can cause serious skin reactions, liver problems, and low white blood cell counts that may result in severe infections. Avoid grapefruit during treatment. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including breathing problems, cough, chest pain, a change in your heartbeat, dizziness, yellowing of the skin or eyes, dark urine, tiredness, loss of appetite, abdomen pain, bleeding, bruising, fever, chills, or other symptoms of an infection, a severe or worsening rash, or plan to become pregnant or breastfeeding. Long live hugs and kisses. Ask about Kisqali, and long live life.
At McGann Furniture and Flooring in Baraboo, we know that hardworking people want the most value for their money. At McGann's, we've already sorted out and selected the brands that we feel offer you the most bang for your buck. From young couples to senior citizens, we offer a huge selection at prices that will fit your budget. And remember, at McGann's, we don't raise prices only to lower them later for a sale. Discover the difference at McGann Furniture and Flooring, downtown Baraboo.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it. You want the night lights, the bright lights, I'll put you in the spotlight, yeah. You want style, well now I'll show you where you gotta be. Tell you what you gotta see, oh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Summertime fun is in full swing in Rosemont. From grand slams to hot jams. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
Today marks the 79th anniversary of D-Day. Nearly 160,000 Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, France on June 6, 1944, in the largest naval, air, and land assault in military history.
More than 2,500 Americans were killed in the invasion that led to the liberation of France from the Nazis and the end of World War II in Europe. On Omaha Beach this morning, relatives and friends of the heroes gathered to remember their loved ones. Some wore the uniforms of the times and left mementos on the beach, all determined to never forget the sacrifices made.
To the veterans of World War II, we salute you. You saved the world. We must merely defend it. So may God bless the American and Allied troops who fought and fell some 79 years ago.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin met with World War II veterans in Normandy to thank them for their service. Only a few thousand D-Day veterans are believed to still be alive.
Astrid Gilberto, the Brazilian singer, songwriter, and entertainer whose offhand English language cameo on The Girl from Ipanema made her a worldwide voice of bossa nova, has died at age 83. Gilberto became an overnight unexpected superstar in 1964 thanks to knowing just enough English to be recruited by the makers of Getz Gilberto, the classic bossa nova album featuring saxophonist Stan Getz and her then husband, singer-songwriter, guitarist João Gilberto. The Girl from Ipanema, first a hit in South America, became a worldwide hit.
What a great song. Well, sales of Bud Light may have slipped, but it's still the top-selling beer in the United States. It's been about 2 months since Bud Light's trans-inclusive marketing push that torpedoed its sales. The customer revolt followed an Instagram partnership with a transgendered influencer. Sales for the week leading into Memorial Day weekend fell 24% from the same period a year ago, but that's a slight improvement from the prior week when sales were down more than a quarter compared to a year earlier.
Recession fears seem to be settling down. Today, Goldman Sachs lowered the odds that the U.S. would be in a recession in the next 12 months. The bank says it now sees a 25% chance of that happening. That is down from 35%, which Goldman forecasted last March. The World Bank is also signaling confidence in the economy.
And stocks closed higher as the cost of oil goes down. The Dow Industrials gained 10 points, the NASDAQ up almost 47, and the S&P 500 added 10 as it edges toward a new bull market. Americans are showing no signs of slowing down when it comes to their demand for travel, and at the same time, the cost of travel continues to rise.
And that is a trend that is expected for the rest of the summer and perhaps through the end of the year. CBS News senior travel advisor Peter Greenberg joins us from Fraser Bay in Canada. Peter, how much are Americans expected to spend on travel this summer?
Well, fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be over $200 billion. In fact, it'll probably top out at about $214 billion. And to give you an idea of what that means, that's 39% above last year. It's 261% above 2020, which is not a surprise. But the real interesting signal is that it's over 111% above the last really big year, which was 2019. So we're showing no signs of slowing down.
And threats of travel delays and long lines, it's not deterring people?
Apparently not. And in fact, look, we just went through a Memorial Day weekend where we survived that, probably because weather was not an issue, but the airlines really haven't adjusted their schedules properly. We have an air traffic controller shortage. The TSA is already warning against longer lines this summer because of their own staffing issues. So, and given the demand where every plane is full, we have all the ingredients for a long, hot, and expensive summer.
Peter, you look like you're in the North Woods, so tell us about where you are and what you're doing.
Well, I'm actually right now at a UNESCO World Heritage Biosphere in Fraser Bay, Canada. Just to give you an idea where that is, it's about 3 hours from Toronto. How I got here was on board an interesting ship. It's an ice-class Antarctic ship built for that purpose called the Octantis. But in the off-season, meaning the summer, they reposition it through the locks, and we are now basically sailing through the Great Lakes. We started, by the way, in Milwaukee, in Lake Michigan, and then into Lake Huron, and here we are in Fraser Bay, ending up in Thunder Bay in a couple of days.
So it's a smaller ship.
It's about 380 passengers. It's not a behemoth, and it's great because it was built for this kind of expedition. We've got 2 submarines on board. We've got 17 Zodiacs. We're kayaking. We're getting out and exploring something that Americans take for granted, the Great Lakes.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like quite the adventure.
It does.
All right, so now let's go up in the air. Passenger disruptions, they are still a big problem, Peter. So what happens with those unruly passengers when they're taken off the airline? Are they arrested, fined, banned? What happens?
Well, let's start with some numbers. You know, 2020 and 2021 were really tough years. Remember, the FAA were reporting, we talked about this on your show so many times, over 7,000 incidents of unruly, disruptive, or downright violent passengers. We all thought that went away with COVID. It did not. 2022, last year, up 37%. And to give you an idea of the real numbers here, it went from one bad incident per like 835 flights to 1 bad incident for every 568 flights. That's an unacceptable number. And you ask the question of what happens to these people? Well, obviously they're taken off the plane. In many cases they're arrested. You may see in stories where the airline said they're banned for life. Not necessarily. Very few have paid fines, very few have gone to jail, and in many cases, all those news announcements from the airlines that were banning these people for life, they actually have invited many of them back if they promise to behave. Oh, boy.
Oh.
It could be a long, hot summer.
And it will be.
All right, Peter, we'll let you get back to your ship. Thanks for being with us today.
You got it, guys.
All right, still to come at 4, 9 high school grads and De Pere seniors on the school's lacrosse team faced a tough decision.
Attend graduation or play in the state's quarterfinals lacrosse game scheduled for the same time. We'll find out what they decided coming up after Greg's cooler forecast.
Brand new Metro Transit routes and schedules start Sunday, June 11th. Less transferring, easier to use. Visit mymetrobus.com or call 608-266-4466 to plan your trip and look for ride guides out on the streets.
Ride it, Chips. Just taking a break. That window's a bear.
Don't worry. My cousin's got a guy.
Hey, I'm not sure I can help you with the house gas, but I can help you replace this window fast.
Let the experts at Feldco kickstart your summer with 2-for-1 windows and no interest until 2025. Plus, we'll get it done Feldco fast.
2-for-1 windows won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Your heart is the beat of life. If you have heart failure, entrust your heart to Entresto. Entresto helps improve your heart's ability to pump blood to the body. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor if Entresto is right for you.
The day you get your Clear Choice dental implants makes every day a let's dig in day, a chow down day, a take a big bite day, a perfectly delicious day, a love my new teeth day. Because your Clear Choice day is the day everything is back on the menu. A Clear Choice day changes every day. Schedule a free consultation.
This changes everything.
So does a AAA membership.
Family members only.
When you're a AAA member, you are family.
You get roadside rescue plus thousands of discounts from baby bottles to batteries, all for about $1 a week.
You mentioned roadside rescue?
Left your car lights on again, John?
Yes.
I got you. You too, little dude. Beep, beep.
You're the best. You're the best. You're both the
Become
best.
a AAA member and expect something more.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Brand new Metro Transit routes and schedules start Sunday, June 11th. Less transferring, easier to use. Visit mymetrobus.com or call 608-266-4466 to plan your trip and look for ride guides out on the streets.
Well, take a look at this. If you're looking for a house in the Austin, Texas area, you might want to check out these amazing 3D printed, yes, you heard right, 3D dwellings. Icon is overseeing the area's first 3D printed community comprised of 100 innovative homes. Their massive printing robots are creating the homes using inch-thick cement that Icon says, along with solar panels, will reduce energy costs. Buyers can choose among multiple floor plans starting at $475,000.
That is amazing.
I'm sure the carpenters aren't thrilled about this, but
Oh, wow.
now earlier in the broadcast we talked about the 79th anniversary of D-Day, and weather played a big part in that.
It was actually the big part. The actual forecast, there's two maps you'll show up here. One is actually the surface map that you see that was from June 5th. That's the storm that they actually predicted that would hit, and that was what delayed it a day. Now, Captain James Schrag, actually, if you go to the next one, that's actually what occurred on the 6th. He had predicted that there would be a break, and unfortunately in the beginning of the operation, it wasn't that great. But then it did become real good. The Germans, on the other hand, thought that these conditions would continue through about the middle of June, so they were kind of unprepared when it actually happened.
And this is the British meteorologist.
Yeah, James Stigg, yeah. It was actually part of the dual team, the U.S. and the British guys. And actually the Americans wanted to go 5th. The British said, no, let's hold off.
Really?
So, yeah, so if you see on the right-hand side, that's about what I was talking about, the German. They actually did not think that break would happen, and it did, and allowed them actually to go on. Unfortunately, if they had waited, according to what this captain said, middle of June to the end was actually some of the worst conditions they had up in the English Channel. So it would have been probably delayed, and they didn't want to delay it more because the surprise obviously goes away. So yeah, it was a big deal. It was the forecast that, and they didn't have anything, obviously no models, no satellite to go back in there. It was all observations, and they did a good job. Obviously, it was a big decision.
I was going to say, like, there's no like backup or let's check this format, nothing.
No. Eisenhower at least said, yeah, he went with it, he trusted them, and ended up, it actually made a good
Trust
decision.
your meteorologist.
Yeah.
Yes. In the military, you definitely got to be good and trustworthy to do it.
And that's where it came from.
Yep. Yep. Afghanistan, we had similar conditions. We didn't have radar. We did have satellite. We only had 3 observations.
Oh my gosh.
And now look at all the stuff we have.
Yeah, you come back to the rich environment of the U.S. There's lots to play with. So and
that ends up with a good forecast coming up.
Not a bad forecast, really. It's going to be still dry. We need the rain. The smoke's still here, but the temperatures are cooling off to where we should be, and I'll break all that down after the break.
Now's the time to think about warmer weather and replacing those old drafty windows. So call the experts at Mad City Windows, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler. Our new Eco Sky windows feature sky mirror technology to minimize air leaks and give your home an energy upgrade. And with Mad City's Price Lock Guarantee, lock your price in for 1 year. And now during Big Deal Day, save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. 0 down, 0 interest until 2026. Senior military discounts. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with in-home estimate. Plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison and South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
If you have heart disease and are on a statin, lowering cholesterol can be hard. And diets and exercise add to the struggle. It can feel never-ending. But today, it's possible to go from struggle to cholesterol success with Leqvio. Taken with a statin, Leqvio is proven to lower bad cholesterol by over 50%. So if you feel like you're getting nowhere, go with 2 doses a year of Leqvio and keep bad cholesterol low. Common side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. When you're ready to go from struggle to cholesterol success, talk to your doctor about twice yearly Leqvio to help you lower your cholesterol. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, if we look at the forecast right now past the D-Day, actually our forecast is not too typically challenging right now. A few showers or storms today. Unfortunately, it's going to be dry through Wednesday, and the next opportunity for showers or thunderstorms probably comes with another front, maybe Saturday, but all not a lot of significant widespread rainfall. Cooler temperatures here. We actually will see some 40s, maybe even a 32, fairly dry atmosphere, so that's why very low humidity. We'll start seeing that come up a little bit this weekend. And then maybe next week when we'll see more heat, maybe about the middle part of the week. So altogether, really this whole rotation of this precipitation, these fronts coming down, really is going to start being pushed back to the west. So we're getting more of this drier air, cooler air up towards Canada. It also has brought some smoke with the fires up in Quebec. But that's really what we're seeing the pattern is. All that activity is going to get pushed east. So we're going to see more drier, cooler conditions, and the heat will be back there. Otherwise, tonight, we're still going to see really southwest Wisconsin, Prairie du Chien, Platteville, those areas of what to watch for the showers and thunderstorms this evening and maybe through this tonight, too. Otherwise, most of the other areas should be just partly cloudy skies with temperatures falling back into the 70s overnight. We got another little weak system coming down that may provide a shower or maybe a thunderstorm towards morning. You can see a hit and miss of that stuff as we get towards the morning over the commute. So once again, something to keep in mind of. It is centered more in the southwest part of the state, but Madison may see a sprinkle or a shower towards tomorrow morning. Otherwise, you see clearing skies tomorrow. Much more refreshing air will be coming back in from the northeast. Temperatures tomorrow, much more seasonal, upper 70s, mid 70s with that northeast wind. Really is going to be a very comfortable day. We should see better air quality with that flow, but we still could see a little bit of haze out there. As we go into Wednesday night, that's when this dry atmosphere really takes effect and this cooler conditions that we may see temperatures drip all the way back down into the low 40s, something to keep in mind of. Otherwise, for smoke, we've kind of seen improvement condition from this morning when we were down 3 to 4 miles at Madison. A lot of this surface-based smoke has begun to push to the southwest. I think tomorrow we'll see generally better conditions, a little bit of haze, but we got to watch because there's smoke back to the east that may actually get rotated back into the area as we go into Wednesday, late Wednesday tomorrow into Thursday. So we'll just have to keep an eye on it. You can see out there the smoke from the originated fires in Quebec right now. So overall, we should see improvement in both of that too. Looking out further out, all the activity that's been pushed to the west, like I mentioned before, eventually will get pulled back up through Friday night into Saturday. You can see there's a little opportunity with a front coming through for some showers or thunderstorms. Definitely not an all-day rain Saturday, but that probably is the best day to see some. Once that passes, a definitely cool down for Sunday and beyond next week too. So overall, if we look at the 7 to 10 day, we see those temperatures upper 70s, which is about where the average we should be, and then going to the lower 80s on Friday. There's a rain chance for Saturday, and then we drop back down into the low 70s by Sunday and beyond. And next week, maybe getting back up into the warm conditions, but if you're looking for really a all-day type rain, this is definitely not the time period, the 7 to 10 day outlook to have it. Or is it summertime, really? So
not this time of year. You don't get that
unfortunately, we really could have used that in May and then early June of this month, where you typically can't get that. But right now, not a lot of rain.
We'll take whatever we can get.
Saturday, I'm thinking there are a lot of high school graduations happening.
Yeah, there is some.
And the golf tournament.
Yes.
It's guaranteed to rain. The
That's
Unfortunately,
true.
yeah.
That's
Race
true.
for the cure.
We just need somebody to get married now, and then
I'm going to wash my car.
Okay.
That usually does the
locked
trick.
in. It's
Wash your
locked
car
in.
in a rain.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, last night, the De Pere High School honored about 355 seniors during graduation, but for 9 graduates, the event was bittersweet. The 9 young women are all starters on the school's lacrosse team.
Now, the team was scheduled to play in the state quarterfinals at the same time as commencement. Emily Madison tells us the players missed the game for graduation, but it's a situation they believe could have been avoided.
The De Pere Central girls lacrosse team has had an incredible year. They went 13-7 this season.
2 years ago, we won 1 game, so they've come a long way. They've worked hard.
The team beat Notre Dame on Friday night to move into the quarterfinals of the state tournament.
We beat them on their senior night by 1 in overtime. So we didn't really know how that game was going to go. We knew they were going to come and really give it their all. So that was a really cool game. I think it really showed like how hard we've worked, and it was super rewarding to win that game.
But that excitement turned to heartache.
I'm absolutely devastated. Like, having to choose between graduation and possibly your last lacrosse game ever was just so disappointing.
Yeah. Olivia Kust and Carrie McMahon are 2 of the 10 seniors on the co-op lacrosse team. 9 of those girls are set to graduate from De Pere High School tonight. At the same time, the team is scheduled to take on Verona, the #1 team in the state, in the playoffs. Recognizing the conflict, John Ewell, the De Pere coach, immediately contacted the Verona coach to try and reschedule the game. Ewell knows the Wisconsin Lacrosse Federation, the organization that oversees high school lacrosse, has a rule that allows for teams to request a change of +1 or -1 day for playoff games.
He had no desire to move the date, so it went to arbitration with the Wisconsin Lacrosse Federation Board, which I thought would rule in our favor. I figured, what's more important than graduation, to move a date.
But the Federation said the game must go on as scheduled, and the graduating seniors wouldn't be able to play.
We did not ask them to miss graduation. The hard part for me is that they feel guilty that they're letting their team down, and that's not right that they're being put in that situation.
In a statement to Fox 11, the WLF board director said in part, the De Pere Central Girls Co-op did not submit a request for a change of date until after 10 p.m. on Friday, June 3rd. The statement continues, the WLF made an exhaustive effort over the weekend to accommodate this last-minute request. Unfortunately, due to the complicated logistics, the WLF was not able to make the requested change.
That's really unfortunate. We're going down there basically with a JV team to play the #1 team in the state.
For the seniors who worked so hard and dedicated the past several years to the program, it's not the ending to their careers they'd envisioned.
As a player, I've grown my skills incredibly, but I feel like as a person, I've also grown, and I feel like I wanted that closure in the closing out our season. Even if this wouldn't have been our last game, I wanted to play at least 1 game and know that that would have been the end.
It might be a long shot, but if the De Pere Central team can pull off a victory...
Just go out there and kill it tonight, girls. I love you all. And thank you for everything.
Graduation might not be the end for these seniors.
Now, that story is from yesterday. De Pere lost to Verona 16-2 last night.
Somebody's you got to figure this stuff out.
Yeah, got to plan ahead.
Yeah. All right, well, coming up next on Live at 4, Consumer Reports tells us what the best deals are for the month of June.
And then at 5, Dane County is launching a harm reduction initiative intended to curb overdoses. We'll tell you more coming up at 5.
Change the entire look and feel of your home with new Eco Sky windows from Mad City Windows. Design your view, bay, bow, double hung, and sliders will custom fit any size opening in your home.
The slider, had I known it would be this bright and easy to slide back and forth, I would have done it in every bedroom.
And now during Big Deal Days, save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. 0 down, 0 interest until 2026. Senior military discounts. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate, plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison in South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
Entresto is the #1 heart failure brand prescribed by cardiologists. It was proven superior at helping people stay alive and out of the hospital. Don't take Entresto if pregnant. It can cause harm or death to an unborn baby. And don't take Entresto with an ACE inhibitor or aliskiren, or if you've had angioedema with an ACE or ARB. The most serious side effects are angioedema, low blood pressure, kidney problems, or high blood potassium. Ask your doctor about Entresto.
You got me.
Tag. You're it.
Imagine a world with no drama. With 4imprint, you don't have to chase down the perfect promotional products. Exclusive apparel, bags, drinkware, and more. 4imprint will help you capture the moment and guarantee to deliver your order on time and on budget. Take the drama out of ordering promotional products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
We went to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison last night.
I don't really get how the jackpots work.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison actually has had multiple million-dollar winners.
There are linked progressive slot machines at the same casino where local players increase the jackpot amount.
And a standalone progressive jackpot increases when a player plays on an individual machine that isn't linked to any other machines. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More ways to win. Find your perfect jackpot.
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
What does it take to prepare University Ridge for its largest event of the year? Tonight I'm speaking with the groundskeeper and tournament director about all that prep work.
We're monitoring some shower activity that's starting to fire off into the western side of southern Wisconsin. We'll be breaking down how that will impact tonight's coming up at 5.
And ahead at 6, the Verona Area School District settles a gender pay discrimination lawsuit. We dive into the case and speak with a union that brought the suit. That's tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
Wow.
Give the weather satellite a spin. We end up in New York City where the smoke is thick. Wow. 76 degrees right now. The fire's from Canada.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, June is here, and whether it's a gift for dad, a recent grad, or just something nice for yourself, Consumer Reports found money-saving deals on top-tested products helping you kickstart your summer just right.
Shane Hogan tells us more.
With Father's Day and graduation season almost here, June is a great month to save big on the items that'll help you celebrate the ones you love. Consumer Reports tracks the prices of many of its top-tested products all year long, so it knows exactly when they go on a deep discount. Here are the top products to look out for in this month's Best Time to Buy.
In the beginning of June, you might see ongoing Memorial Day sales on things like dishwashers, blenders, and mattresses. And with Father's Day coming up on June 18th, start to look for discounts on things like tech items and power tools.
If dad is a DIYer, get him something he can use for jobs big and small. This drill from DeWalt is as low as $105.70 at Amazon. CR says this cordless drill is very powerful and capable of driving even the largest screws. And for new dads who still want to work out, what about a jogging stroller? The Thule Urban Glide 2 is as low as $549.95 at Nordstrom and Pottery Barn Kids. CR says this jogging stroller is easily maneuverable and features a handbrake for better control when jogging. Need a gift for a recent graduate who likes to geek out on tech? Why not get them a new smartwatch? This Apple Watch SE is as low as $149 at Walmart. CR says this first-generation Apple Watch did great in its tests, and that if you're okay with foregoing the latest and greatest features on newer models, you can enjoy these big savings. And finally, an item that will satisfy all inside the kitchen. The Vitamix One is as low as $149.95 at Wayfair. CR says this blender aced its tests in making smoothies and frozen desserts. Something cool to jump into summer. This is Shane Hogan.
Looking for something else on sale this month? CR says insect repellents, pressure washers, smart speakers, string trimmers, and sunscreen are items that typically go on deep discount in June. Well, certain cancers are on the rise with younger people.
And is melatonin potentially dangerous? Dr. Jeff Pothoff tackles those topics in his weekly visit as Live at 4 continues.
FlexSteel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living,
Furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, etc.
They're honest with you. They're, very friendly, respectful.
More than 50,000 satisfied customers trust Mad City, A+ rated with the BBB. And now take a look at our new Eco Sky windows with insulated glass and fusion welded frames to give your home an energy upgrade. Be sure to ask about the tax credit on new Energy Star rated windows. And now during big deal days, save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. 0 down, 0 interest until 2026. Senior military discounts. Call during this program and receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate plus bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows. Used for a condo, hotel stay, or a cruise. From Madison in South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
Salonpas Lidocaine Flex, a super thin, flexible patch with maximum OTC strength lidocaine that contours to the body to relieve pain right where it hurts. And did we mention it really, really sticks? Salonpas, it's good medicine.
At the Spectrum Lab, we're bringing you the best in connectivity with Spectrum One. Get Spectrum Internet with the fastest speeds in the nation, so you always have enough speed for all your devices.
Plus, advanced Wi-Fi delivering state-of-the-art security and privacy.
Plus, Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data on a reliable nationwide network.
Get Spectrum One with Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi, plus your first line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, free for 12 months. Call 833-792-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or Spectrum Store today.
First Choice Dental's got going to the dentist solved. And when you've got 11 convenient neighborhood clinics, you can solve a lot of problems, like helping you get in and get back to your busy day with Snap appointments. Schedule your appointment at firstchoicedental.com.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Flex Steel is furniture that comforts, furniture for living, furniture with a heart of steel. Save big during our Flex Steel authorized sale, going on now at Wanakee Furniture, etc.
Well, it turns out more young adults are getting colorectal cancer.
In fact, it is estimated to become the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in those ages 20 to 49 in the U.S. by the year 2030. Dr. Sunil Kamath with Cleveland Clinic is senior author of a new study looking to find out why. One of the biggest differences when researchers compared the two age groups, those who are younger than 50 with colorectal cancer had lower levels of citrate. Citrate is created when the body converts food into energy. Researchers say they also found differences in the breakdowns of protein and carbohydrates, which they say could suggest that red meat and sugar intake may be linked to getting colorectal cancer at a younger age. Kamath says the takeaway here is to modify your diet.
Things that we know we should be doing, increasing leafy green vegetables, limiting sugar, limiting processed foods, limiting red meat, and getting more of our proteins from lean meats like fish or poultry or beans, lentils.
Signs and symptoms of colorectal cancer include changes in bowel habits, rectal bleeding or blood in the stool, cramping or abdominal pain, weakness and fatigue, and weight loss.
UW Health's Dr. Jeff Potoff is here now with his weekly visit. Welcome to you.
Hey, guys.
Does this study of colorectal cancer surprise you at all? I mean, with the diet people have these days?
We've been seeing data for a couple years now suggesting that colon cancer may be more common in younger folks than we initially thought, even prompting screening guidelines to go down to age 45 or so, compared to what we used to say was about 50.
For colonoscopies.
For colonoscopies or genetic tests like Cologuard, things like that.
Okay, so now there's this new study about melatonin, which is very common, easy to get. A lot of people use it to help them fall asleep. But now there's a study that's saying that it could be too dangerous for some.
Yeah, and I think, not like, significantly dangerous, but melatonin is this weird compound where it's actually a hormone, but it's really sold in the United States like a vitamin. So how much you actually get in a tab, it might say a certain amount, 4 milligrams, but it could be more, it could be less. Those things aren't as tightly controlled when it's sold as like an over-the-counter supplement. I think we also live in a culture where folks want to fix what ails them with a pill. So if someone is like, I'm not like sleeping that great, I'm just going to take a melatonin, and if I take 1 and I'm not that sleepy, if I take 4, maybe I'll be more sleepy. And that's where folks can run into side effects with, dizziness and nauseousness and things like that that are just, unpleasant. So I think, best case scenario, melatonin has marginal benefit, maybe puts you to sleep 4 to 8 minutes faster. Better things to do are good sleep hygiene. So making sure that that phone's not in the room with you, you're not looking at that light right before you go to bed, making sure that room is quiet. Some people benefit from noise in the room rather than relying on things like melatonin to put you to sleep.
And if you really have trouble sleeping, I mean, there is help out there. There's a sleep lab. You can be studied to find out why you're not falling asleep or why you're waking up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, falling asleep is like a common problem for you. Certainly talk to your doctor. There's a whole bunch of things that can be done. Don't just think that taking over-the-counter medicine is going to help for that.
How much is too much?
Really anything more than that tab per night is probably more than you need to take for most people. And I think the other thing is it's supposed to be used intermittently. So, a tab every couple of weeks or once a week is fine. A tab every night for a month, 2 months straight, probably a little bit too much. Might have symptoms.
Can you, I don't know if immunity is the proper word for this, but in a sense, like not be able to react to it if you're taking it so often?
It could mess things up a little bit. Really, melatonin is the hormone that helps kind of regulate our circadian rhythm, our day-night cycle. So if you're taking melatonin, maybe it's at different times, you could probably confuse that circadian cycle into not really knowing what you want to do, whether you want to be awake or be asleep.
And your body produces it naturally, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yep.
So is there any food substances that could enhance the...
Okay, like Thanksgiving dinner type of thing, right?
That's a little different. That's tryptophan and turkey, but yeah, for the most part, as long as you're eating a well-balanced diet, your body is going to make melatonin, likely secrete it when you need to secrete it. That's where sleep hygiene helps. It really kind of promotes your own body's natural melatonin to be secreted because you're sending signals to your body that it's time to go to sleep.
All right. I think it's time for me to go to sleep.
All right, let's do it.
Jeff, sounds good.
See you next week.
We'll see you then.
Thank you. We'll have a final check your forecast coming up.
Homeowners, did you know you're paying for new windows whether you buy them or not? Over 70% of your energy dollars are lost through bad windows. That's why new Eco Sky windows from Mad City are a great investment. 114% more airtight than the average window, providing superior energy efficiency. And now during Big Deal Day, save $1,500 on a house full of new windows. 0 down, 0 interest until 2026. Senior military discounts and last chance to call during this program to receive a free $50 Amazon gift card with estimate plus a bonus. The first 50 homeowners who call now will receive a vacation voucher with purchase of new windows you can use for a condo, hotel stay, or even a cruise. From Madison in South Central Wisconsin, call 608-338-1616. That's 608-338-1616.
Martial arts is my passion.
I work out whenever I can.
But with my moderate to severe eczema, it can be tough.
Now I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Want to work out for free? This summer at Anytime Fitness, you can get up to 3 months free. Get more for your membership than just machines with 24/7 access and a community of support. Hurry! The earlier you join, the more you save. Stop into Anytime Fitness now and get the summer free.
What does it take to prepare University Ridge for its biggest event of the year? Tonight, we're speaking with the grounds crew and tournament director about all the preparation work going in to the American Family Championship. That's coming up next on News 3 Now.
You can smell it long before you see it. A little pungent in here. Oh my gosh.
Yep, there's nothing like Lindbergher, and there's only one place in the country that makes it. Come along as I travel to Ground Zero to take in the smell of success. Thursday at 6. Oh.
Although Madison will probably not see showers, if you're in the southwest part of the state from Prairie du Chien to Platteville, you might see some showers or thunderstorms through 10 p.m. tonight. Something to keep in mind if you're out that way. Otherwise, we're looking at good conditions tomorrow. Really, once you wake up, we're going to have sunshine coming back out, 50 degrees. And then by the afternoon hour, we'll be in the low to mid 70s, which is really comfortable with sunny skies, mild conditions, and likely not too much snow. The next chance of rain comes Friday night into Saturday, unfortunately. Shouldn't be a widespread rain. Thereafter, temperatures will drop back down into the 70s for the rest of the week. Notice those overnight lows going to Thursday morning. 40 degrees, maybe even some upper 30s.
Give the air conditioner a rest. Open the windows. All right, Greg, thank you.
Tomorrow and live at 4, Lisa Briggs from the Bruce Company will be along to take your plant and garden questions.
And we'll tell you everything you need to know for this weekend's More Than Pink walk.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
When it's hot, all you want is some relief. Relief from the heat outside, relief from sleepless nights, and relief from big electric bills. Even your air conditioning unit needs some relief. So when you wrap your home with our premium injection foam, it's like putting your entire house in a cooler. It keeps the hot air out, the cool air in, and your electric bills lower. And right now, when we foam your walls, we'll insulate your attic for free.
USA Insulation.
Here's your parachute. Packed it myself.
Certain it's okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you for imprint certain? Certainty matters. Like the certainty of congratulating coworkers or saying thank you for being a customer with promotional products from 4imprint. Our expert team is dedicated to making your satisfaction a certainty. Talk to myself. Land the perfect products at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily Jardiance. At each day start, as time went on, it was easy to see. I'm lowering my A1C.
Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death too. Jardiance may cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration that can lead to sudden worsening of kidney function, and genital yeast or urinary tract infections. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineum could occur. Stop taking Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have symptoms of this infection, ketoacidosis, or an allergic reaction. And don't take it if you're on dialysis. Taking Jardiance with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with the big story to tell.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy an air conditioner. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase an air conditioner and a furnace at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
In today's Final Touch, a pair of adorable furry friends proves nothing can keep them apart.
This is a story of true friendship. Employees at Minneapolis Animal Care and Control were stunned one morning when they noticed that one of their residents had a new roommate. Looking through their security footage, they found the moment when a brown pit bull, Brenda, scaled the shelter wall to be with her friend Linda. Brenda and Linda came into the shelter as strays and have become inseparable. The staff hopes to find them a forever home together. That's a tough task considering adoptions, especially for larger dogs, are down and surrenders are up. The shelter says issues like housing affordability and breed restrictions are major factors, but I don't know, you can't separate those two.
No.
Brenda and Linda, they got to go together.
BFFs forever.
Jump in the wall. All right, that's our time for now. Thanks for watching. See you back here again tomorrow. News 3 Now at 5 starts right now.